Here in the U.S., a lot of people are surprised to learn that mobile technology has been used by servers in table service restaurants now in literally thousands of restaurants in the European market for quite a while. Since the late 90s, it's been normal in many parts of continental Europe to walk into a restaurant and find that a server is taking your order on a handheld device, which automatically sends that order back to the kitchen without them having to find a point-of-sale terminal to enter that order into. That's a novel experience here in the U.S. It's not. In Europe, hasn't been that way for a long time. So the advantages of mobile technology for staff members, the people that actually serve guests inside restaurants, are really now being experienced here in the U.S. For the first time en masse, but they've been around in the restaurant industry for some time. What is interesting is that the way that that's done in the U.S. needs to be different than it is in Europe for it to begin to take off and succeed really well. Here in the U.S., our menus are bigger, they're more complex, they have a lot of substitutions and modifications. Party behavior is more complex. We have things like split checks and pivot seating and alternate methods of payment and a bunch of other things that make the job of taking orders by tableside with a handheld point-of-sale technology quite a bit more difficult than it is in some other markets in the rest of the world. Meanwhile, the payments landscape is changing very rapidly here in the U.S., meaning that you have to be pretty agile with mobile technology to serve a customer's needs well. We feel like we're very well positioned for this trend. We have more restaurants around the world using handheld devices to serve guests than any other provider in the world. We're using that experience to build a new generation of mobile ordering technologies that will leverage both purpose-built hardware devices specifically designed for the restaurant industry, as well as off-the-shelf devices that people might be more familiar with from a consumer's perspective, like smartphones and tablet computers. Both of those will be important parts of our solution mix depending on what an operator's needs are.